as I do believe all 16 drivers are here tonight. As they are not. Someone is not here. What for who that is here in a second. As we get ready for qualifying here, let's go ahead and watch this number 8 machine who had a really good performance last week. That's just great. I'll fix that real quick. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Alright, and we are back. That little glitch we had is gone, thank goodness. Jonathan Nance quickly put in a good pole position qualifying time as of now. So now 24.18. I see what we did. I did wrong there. Hold on a quick second, everyone. Alright, we do have all 16 here tonight. I forgot to put Jared on there. We wait for qualifying to get done. Not seeing anyone else out there putting some laps in. Looks like Brady Price might be trying to put some in. Got a right cockpit here with Alex for getting an idea on how this track handles. See him wash up the turn there a little bit going into turn 3. This track's a very difficult track, as you can see. Alex 4J. Wow, it's a hard hit. Qualifying is done. Let's go ahead and pull in your current points leader right now. And your pole sitter. Hey, what's going on, John?
What up, buddy?
Hey, man, what's going on, dude? Coming in tonight, you got the lead in the points for this round coming into tonight. Kind of guaranteed your way for the most part in, unless something miraculous happens where you don't make it. Go ahead and talk us through this track and the difficulties drivers will face here. I know I just raced here Monday, but I guarantee these Arca cars handle a lot differently than Xfinity does.
Yeah, they handle a lot different. They're a little loose coming off the corners at the beginning of the run. They do tighten up. The biggest challenge they'll have is hitting the wall coming off of turn 2. I've seen a lot of people do that during practice. Or just, over driving the corner, in the center and washing up into somebody. Got a big crowd here tonight. Hopefully we don't have as many cautions as we've been having.
Yeah, you guys have been having quite a bit of cautions lately, and so I try to describe when I'm describing this track to people who have never driven it before, people who are listening. I might be way wrong on this, But I suck at Darlington, and this track feels like it's just a bigger Darlington. You have more room for air on corner entry than you would at Darlington. Because people that know Darlington, you literally have no room for air at Darlington. If you get on the brakes too late, you're hitting a wall. Here, you kind of have a little bit of room to wash up the track a little bit.
Yeah, you got a little bit more room in it, and it gives you that false sense of security that you do, and it'd be very, very easy for people to overdrive their right front.
All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight. Starting off pole, you got nice pole position, and see what tonight holds.
Appreciate it, man. Hope to talk to you later.
What chat room? You're Inspires, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we get ready for some good racing here, let's go ahead and go over our official starting grid here. Once again, the names with blue backgrounds behind your number are playoff drivers. So those are going to be the guys you really want to keep an eye out on. So you have Jonathan Nance, Lance Hill in that first row. Really close times there. Row 2, you have Jared McCauley and Bo Dinger. Bo Dinger's had a really good couple of races to start the playoffs. So it kind of sucks he's not in the playoffs. Stephen Madden and John Noddick will be your row 3. Joshua Banks and Kyle Martin will be your row 4. Row 5, you'll have Jonathan Stevens and Joshua O'Connor. Row 6, you'll have Max Matrice and Matthew Richmond. Row 7, David Harden and Josh Fassbender. Row 8, Adam Leideke and Chase Harden. Row 9, Peyton Harden and Nick Joyner. Row 10, you got Kevin Jordan and Leonardo Bonani. Row 11, Robert E. Morris and Brady Price. Row 12, you have Corey Bradley and Alex Forte. Starting in the back, but he has locked himself into the round of 12, so no need to worry here for him. I know he wants to put on a good race. And then, disappeared. Man, all sorts of technical difficulties. So, we might pull down Tabor on maybe here in a little bit. Guys, and Nance, he said it pretty well. Hopefully they can keep the cautions down. These guys started this season off running the races at the tracks. The Cup guys are running better than Cup guys. I hate to say it. I crew chief in Cup, but they were putting on a better show. I wouldn't say a better show, but cleaner racing than Cup was for the good first 5 or 6 races. They started getting a little bit more antsy, a little more bumping going on, bumping and banging, more cautions, and hopefully here tonight we'll see minimal cautions. I know it's Rockingham. You're going to get cautions. Too wide is risky here. But let's hope they can keep cautions down to a minimum. As this track can put on some outstanding racing. I have raced here twice in the Xfinity car in the last week, and both races were just an absolute blast to be in. Pace car will pull off here, and we get ready to go green flag racing at Rockingham Motor Speedway. Jonathan Nance getting a really good jump there in front of the 48 of Lance Hill. Lance Hill able to dive down in front of that 84 machine of Bo Dinger. We go through the pack a little bit more. We'll go to Jared McCauley here. And the first 2 wide racing you get is, the 26 getting really loose coming off of 4 there. Able to keep it going. Stephen Madden didn't quite have the race he wanted last week. He's going to need a really good finish here this week to move on, as he is sitting below that cut line. Inside of him, you got Joshua Banks. John Noddick up on that high side. Not quite sure if he overshot that turn or he's just liking that high line, which is really weird if he is here at Rockingham. Side by side, Stephen Madden and Kyle Martin go through 1 and 2. Was kind of starting to single file it out for the most part. Still got some 2 wide racing here with Kyle Martin and the 18 of Stevens. We go back to the front of the field. Lance Hill's kind of starting to chase down this leader, the 8 machine of Jonathan Nance. Lance and Wheelman Hill within that truck race we saw Tuesday night. If you tuned in for that, I've never seen a wreck take out the whole field. The caution's out already here on lap 4. Looks like Kyle Martin has some issues. Let's go back and see what happened there with Mr. Martin. Ooh, that looks like they started behind him with the 39. A Joshua Connor and a 93 of Matthew Richmond. A little bit different breaking point there from the 93 and 39. Max Patrici able to get through. Fastbender involved. 34 involved. Those are both playoff drivers. I know I said this last week, but this is what makes racing, playoffs and racing in general so fun to watch. If a non-playoff driver can affect your race. So you're not out there just racing guys that you're trying to compete the championship. You're also racing guys that aren't even in the playoffs. So right there, you saw 2 playoffs guys involved in that. Whoops. I didn't mean to pull that up. We're under caution here. Let's go ahead and pull up Kevin Jordan. Hey, what's going on, Kevin?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, fresh off that win at the truck series, you know, like I said last week, the easiest win you'll ever get in iRacing, man. Go ahead and talk us through this track. I know we're only 4 laps in, but the racing seems to be pretty clean for the most part. Talk us through this race so far.
Yeah, I am struggling a little bit. It is my first time here, so just trying to get used to the track and how the car handles with everything. So, you know, got a few tips from my teammate Josh, and just trying to hope for a top 10 here to keep in the playoffs.
Yeah, unfortunately, your teammate was involved in that wreck. Looking like he might have got a friendly net kill there. Not seeing too much damage on that 11 machine. I know he got involved in a wreck of a non-playoff driver. How much do these non-playoff drivers concern you here at a track like this?
It could play a pretty big role, really, especially with the few of us here on the bubble line. So it could be interesting to see what could happen towards the end of the race.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the race. I know you're kind of sitting close to that bubble line, only 2 spots above it. So it's going to be a close one for you here tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right, just reiterate Johnson Fancy Pants Nance. I guess I'll stop with that nickname, dang it. Before we go green flag racing, real quick, your 4 below the cut line right now going into tonight's race. Nick Joyner, Stephen Madden, Peyton Hardin, Adam Loddick needing a good race here tonight to advance. David Hardin, Corey Bradley, and Kevin Jordan are also close to that cut line. No choose rule here in Arca, so Nance will be stuck on that outside line. In my experience, or inside line, the outside line is the preferred line here to restart, and we're going to see that real quick here. The 48 looks like he's going to get a great jump, a great corner entry going into turn 1. He can get the run down the hill, almost into the wall, a little bit loose. They're coming off of turn 2. It's going to dip behind the 48 here of Lance Hill. Knows to tell he goes through 3 and 4. Everyone kind of already started to single file out. Got a little 2-wide action here with the 80 and 44 for a bit. Jared Mccauley's had some really good races last few weeks. Kind of quiet throughout the regular season, but top 5 finish. Oh, car in the wall in the back. But top 5 running last week. I believe he finished in the top 5 since second in points going into the night. He might be the quiet one to sneak his way into the championship for it. Currently sitting in that 5th position. We go check on one of our below the cut line drivers. Peyton Hardin currently running in 18th. Not where you want to run when you're below that cut line. Peyton Hardin working his way up into the 17th. Still need to try to get a little bit higher in the finishing order. Probably get about a top 10 to make his way into the next round. In the meantime, Lance Hill still leading the way in front of Jonathan Nance, right in front of Bo Dinger. got John Nidek leading the group of about 3 or 4 playoffs guys behind him. Mccauley, Banks, and Madden running 5, 6, and 7 right now. Mccauley looks to the inside of Nidek coming out of 4. You guys do got a pretty long race here tonight, 100 laps, and I say long because Xfinity was 130, so they're only running 30 laps less than Xfinity was. Go check back in with the leader, Lance Hill, still holding about a .24 gap ahead of Jonathan Nance. Not really too much moving. Looks like the 44 Jared McCauley finally able to get around the 80 of John Nidek. No, they're still side by side going into one. You see down toward the bottom of the field, Brady Price, Brandon Hughes, Corey Bradley, and David Harden all struggling to get inside that top 20. And that's not a place you want to be at in the last race in a playoff round. Now, Brady Price does have a little bit of room to play with. He is sitting 12 points above the cut line. So Brady Price probably the only guy in that below the top 20 that can kind of get away with finishing there. David Harden is below the cut line. Brandon Hughes is oh no, Brandon Hughes is actually 16 points above the cut line. He had a really good performance last week. The 44 and 80 getting into it a little bit. They're coming out of turn 2. One thing to notice about the 80 of John Nidek is he is actually comfortable running that top line going 3 and 4. Something I don't think I've seen yet here at Rockingham. We go back to the battle for the lead. Looks like Lance Hill started putting on a little bit of gap there to the 8 of Jonathan Nance. While the battle's going on, let's go ahead and try to see if we can't take a look at some sector times. See at the bottom there, the difference in lap times, the last 4 laps. 5 laps, my apologies. That time by Jonathan Nance a little bit quicker. Alex Forjay, he's already moved his way up into P11. Started towards the back, up 12 spots from where he started at. The only guys moved up more is JP Schneider and his number 7 machine, up 13 spots. Ooh, Adam Lodicki hard into the outside wall coming off of turn 4. Or turn 2, I mean. Adam Lodicki got into that wall pretty hard. But luckily for him, doesn't get the meatball flag here. I thought he was for a second. That wheel popped up out of the wheel well and came back in. And Peyton Hardy, he's starting to be on the move a little bit here. Up into 14th place from 17th a couple laps ago. I think Peyton finally turned on the jets here and trying to get a good finish here. I know he really wants to advance in the next round. We have talked to Kevin Jordan. I'm still trying to learn this track out. I mean, currently running in P11. So, I mean, for someone trying to figure this track out, he's running pretty well. P12. Adam Leideke. He's going to need a miracle right now if he wants to advance. Currently only sitting with 6 points due to missing last week. It can be done, but he's going to need a miracle. Just a reminder, since he did miss last week, if he does win here tonight, his win will be voided, and he would have to get in off of points. And right behind him, we got a pretty good battle brewing for 18th place. Oh, contact between 11 and 88-32 gets involved in that. They stay green, though. Contact built towards the back of the pack to keep it green. We go back to the lead here. Lance Hill starting to put about a half a second gap onto the 8 of Jonathan Nance. And they're about to catch lap traffic here, and this is when it's starting to get interesting. Lance Hill coming up on the 45 machine of Robert E. Morrison. Morrison can try his best to stay out of the way here. Lance is going to clear him. The 8 isn't. He's going to have to go to the outside and corner exit. It's going to cost him a little bit of time there. And I'll put Robbie Morrison 2 laps down.
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution is out. Trying to figure out who might have been involved in that one. Looks like the 26 possibly involved. Be Stephen Madden here. Let's rewind a little bit. Ooh, Kyle Martin descending there a little too hard. Stephen Madden still trying to control it. Alex Forte gets in the back of him there. And it's not too much damage there on the 26 machine. Was able to get it collected, keep it going for the most part, and I think the caution was brought up when Alex Forte got on the back one there. Lap 29, we have our second caution of the race. So, should be seeing everyone come down to pit lane this time. Looks like the 93 of Matthew Richmond chooses to stay out. Interesting call there. Non-playoff driver doesn't really need the bonus point for leading the lap. He's going to stay out on track and assume the lead here when the green flag goes back out. So Richmond and Bonani choosing to stay out, along with Hughes and Joyner. Off pit road, Lance does beat Jonathan Nance, so he will be the first car on fresh tires here. Interesting call, these guys staying out right now. It looks like Hughes is coming to pit lane this time. And Morrison. That's an interesting call by Morrison because he was a lucky dog there. The 93 and Matthew Richmond opting to stay out. And that's going to kind of jumble up really the inside line. He's going older tires, and tire spin here is a really big issue on older tires. Of course, F you guys. Once again, those of you just tuning in, the left-hand side of your screen, the drivers with the blue background behind their numbers are your playoff drivers. The one red number you're seeing, that 78-4J, is locked into the next round because of the win last week at Auto Club. Before they go green, I'll be right back. So before we go green flag racing here, just a quick reminder, we got one more round of 16 race left this week. That is going to be the Cup guys going live here at Rockingham after Ethan Flanagan securing his way into the round of 12 with the win last week at Auto Club. And then next week, Truck Series starts their playoffs. Where was that? Wow. Truck Series will start their playoffs at Charlotte. And then all the other series go to Daytona Road Course for their first race in the round of 12. The green flag's back out. Matthew Richmond slow to get going again. That's going to stack up the inside line. And I might possibly allow Bo Dinger's 84 to take over that second place position from Jonathan Nance coming off of turn 2. Jonathan Nance going to the inside of Matthew Richmond as Jared Mccauley has moved his way up into 4th position. Two by two, about 2 or 3 rows back. They go into turns 1 and 2 with 78 hard into the outside wall out of 2. I4J struggling a little bit here tonight. But because of that win last week, he's locked himself into the round of 12, not needing a good finish here tonight. But I know as a driver, you want that win. Momentum with everything. At 44, has made his way into the top 3, and the 93 falling all the way back to 6th position. And more. The 4 of Max Trees gets into the outside wall. This track is not an easy one to drive, and anyone that says it is lying to you. As Richmond's still falling back to 9th place now. He's about to fall back even more. Oh, the 80 gets turned.
Yellow flag.
More wrecking going on behind him. They weren't able to keep it going. Not quite sure what happened. It looked like a car got loose on the backstretch. We saw it happen right in front of our screen. Oh, what happened to the 39 there? And before anyone said that was intentional, definitely was not intentional. O'Connor is not. Oh, something happened to Brady Price. Under caution. Wreck's happening in front of him. Brady Price slowing down. 86 Nick Joyner. I don't think he saw what was going on. Ooh. Hard impact to the outside end of the wall, I mean. We do got some takers at pit lane. Looks like top 13 decided to stay out. Let's go ahead and bring up Josh O'Connor, a non-playoff driver here. Hey, what's going on, Josh?
Hey, Isaac. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, first and foremost, what in the world happened there? I told the viewers, it wasn't intentional. I've raced you multiple times. Not the way you raced. It just looks like that car cut loose on you or something.
No, it's when we were coming off on the exit, like his car got a little bit loose, and I thought he was going to bounce into the wall, so I went low, and then he was able to correct his car, but like I was in this checkup, and I wasn't able to straighten the car back out to get to the outside lane in time, and I basically just drove through the dude, and I feel so crappy about that one, man. That sucks.
Hey, man, I know you're like me. You don't like wrecking people. Look at the plus side. Very minimal damage done to that 80 machine, if any. Maybe a scrape on the front end. But another one I'll pull you in here, man. You snuck your way into that Truck Series playoff, man. Talk us through what's going through your head going into next week at Charlotte, knowing, hey, I got a shot to win a championship now.
Like the game plan's the same it is this week. I'm not in the playoff run, but I have teammates that are, so it's to get out and do what I can to help them advance. Like if I gotta be, a nail in the road, I'll be a nail in the road. But yeah, no, that changed everything completely to make the truck playoffs. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I thought I was right with Schallenberger making no, DJ made it. Like no, he got to miss the first race, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, Josh, you better go buy a lottery ticket. You just lucked your way into the playoffs there.
Yeah, Yeah, man, it's a good feeling to make it, but at the same time, it doesn't feel right at the same time. You know, I feel bad for TJ to miss one race, and it has to take out the entire opportunity for him. So
Yeah, I mean, it happens, dude. But man, do you think you got a shot to win that championship?
I don't know, man. Somebody asked me about it earlier, and I'm focused on this race now, and then we'll focus on the next one after this. So. I'm not worried about that right now.
All right, well, I know you're focused on this race, but I do got to ask you, dude. I know you're the type of guy that loves Charlotte. So, you a little bit worried going into Charlotte at night with the trucks, how well they handle there can kind of turn into more like a super speedway race than a mile-and-a-half race?
I think it'll definitely turn into more of a super speedway race, but I think it's going to come down to who gets along well with each other and creates like the good, strong packs to push for a while.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of this race. You've been running pretty well in the top 10 most of the race, man.
I appreciate it, Isaac. Sorry again for that. Yeah, I still feel bad about that.
Nah, it's not. He don't have too much hard feelings, so he shouldn't.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, later. Kelsey, if we get another caution, I'll pull Brandon Hughes in, all right? I know you want to hear Brandon Hughes. We'll put Brandon Hughes in next caution. And let's see what this A can do here on this restart. On the outside line, we've seen the outside line be strong all race long, except for the initial start. It's the only time really that the inside line was able to beat the outside line out of turn 2. Let's see what this 8 has in store for the 48 here. Pretty even launch there. Jonathan Nance side by side going into turn 1. Still side by side, squeezing the 48 a little bit there. Can't quite get clear of the 8. 48 still stuck down low. 48 might got him here. He might have to run down the hill. Not quite clear. 48 still stuck to the inside line. He'll be clear here, though. Oh, the 36 will peek his nose in. Nance and Banks have put on some great battles all throughout the season. They're back nose to tail here at Rockingham. Banks looking to the inside. Banks is the iRacer trying to get that second place, taking over from the 8 machine. Can't quite clear him. It's going to move the 8 into second place for sure. Followed by Banks and 44 of Jared Mccauley putting on a run here tonight. With a 4 Max Treats having each in the corner exit 2 there. Going to lose a lot of spots going into turn 3. The Steven Madden, he's recovered pretty well from the incident he was in, now running in that top 10 in the 10th position. Nidek after the incident with Joshua Connor running in 11th place. The yellow flag is out. Looks like Matthew Richmond have some issues again. Running inside of the 43 of Peyton Harden. Ooh, that was some net code there. We saw Peyton Harden. Peyton Harden got a little loose coming off a corner exit there. Kind of drift down into the night. I don't think that really was too much neck. I thought it was worse than what it was. Then 93 for a ride into the inside wall. Right. Viewers asked for it, and we're going to give it to him. We're going to pull Mr. Brandon Hughes in. Talk to Brandon. Make sure he's not pitting. We'll wait for his pit stop to get complete if he's pitting. He chooses to stay out. What is going on, Brandon Hughes? Everyone's favorite ARCA and truck driver.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man. When I was doing the overlays today, because I figured I'd do the playoff overlays to get a chance. You can thank me for putting multiple hours of research in to figure out a good overlay for you guys. I was like, Brandon Hughes is running 5th in points. I didn't realize how good of a finish you had at Auto Cup, dude. Talk us through that, man. You're kind of one of the back runners throughout most of the season, and currently sitting in 5th place in this round going into tonight's race.
Yeah, I mean, as we got more comfortable racing around each other, people started pushing more harder. big wrecks were happening that were taking me out, so I just started running in the back, waiting until about the last three-quarter marker, and that's when we've been starting to go and trying to make something happen. But I mean, it's better to do that than to have a tore-up race car with 80 minutes of required damage.
Yeah, you definitely have been getting a little bit smarter, staying out of the wrecks a little more. I know you kind of got involved in a little scruffle there. I think it was coming out of turn 2. I think you're on lap 20. But so far, good race for you tonight. Currently running in that 10th spot. You're not needing an outstanding finish here tonight to advance, as you were sitting well above the cut line. 16 points above the cut line. So, I mean, you worried going into the next round? I know we go to a road course in Bristol. Those tracks scare you at all, or kind of make you go, yeah?
The road course is going to kill me, but Bristol I think will do fine. Not too really worried about the playoffs here. I'm just trying to go get a win in the truck playoffs and just lock myself into the Final Four there.
All right, man. We talked to Connor, who snuck himself into the playoffs. So we'll talk to you about the truck playoffs. We got some time to kill while we're pacing, man. We're going to Charlotte at night, and I know you probably race there at night in the trucks, and you know that it's like a super speedway there. Does that worry you at all, especially after what happened Tuesday night in the truck race, the big one?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not trying to go flipping to, like, the parking lot again. That's not fun.
That's right. You did get sent to outer space. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But, no, I'm not too worried about it. I think it'll be interesting. It'll be fun, and we'll put on a good show.
Yeah, Charlotte always does put on a good show. When it's at night in trucks, it's fun to broadcast. Hopefully y'all can keep the caution down to a minimum and put on some good racing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of the race, as I'll try to get you dragged back down real quick.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, there you go, Kelsey and Maddie. So, last restart, this 848, they were battling off for a good couple of laps. I know if Nate can clear this 48 of Lance Hill, he'll be able to drive away a little bit. Lance Hill has been known to really shine on these tracks to eat up tires. He's been really good on long runs from as far back as I can remember broadcasting him. So, being able to beat Lance Hill is going to be a task in itself for any of these guys here tonight. Really for the rest of the playoffs. The 48 got a little bit better of a jump than he did last time. Definitely a better roll through there. He has definitely peaked that nose in front of the 48. 48 can be there at his quarter panel. Oh, wrecking behind him. O'Connor involved. Max Matrice involved. Not Max Matrice. 43 of Peyton Hart involved. Playoff implications right there. Peyton Hart running good most of his race. Gets involved in the wreck there. He's going to drop all the way to the rear of the lead lap. As these guys are crossing the start-finish line, going down the backstretch. Lance Hill able to get in front of... No, Jonathan Nance able to get ahead of Lance Hill. Tough break for Peyton there. He was running good, top 15 most of his race, and it's going to drop him back quite a bit. As we'll pull up a different ticker here so you guys can see everyone on the track. Peyton Harding can actually enter pit lane here. He can get put a lap down. Go back and watch this crash real quick while they have the green flag racing and see what happened here between Peyton Harding and Jonathan Nance. Oh, looks like 26 went a little too low, and Peyton Harding just nowhere to go. Brandon Hughes involved in that as well. We go back to the battle for the lead. Lance Hill putting the pressure on Jonathan Nance. So Adam Lodicki currently sitting 7 laps down. He is basically out of the playoffs at this point. Peyton Harding coming back out on track. So it's going to take a miracle for Peyton to advance. Lodicki is out. Yellow flag is out. Nick Jordan is involved. Ooh. once again, playoff drivers affecting this non-playoff drivers affecting playoff drivers here in tonight's race. 86 at a way different breaking point than 18 was expecting, and he just sent that 86 into the wall. Let's go ahead and write cockpit view here with the 18. Yeah, you can tell that 18, he did not mean to do it. He was already trying to go to the inside because of the different breaking points. Oh, and their teammates! Wow! We got Takers down on pit lane. But teammates getting involved in the wreck there. That's shocking right there. We do have some people opting to stay out. Looks like the 80 of John Niddick staying out. Kyle Martin staying out. 36 of Joshua Banks staying out, getting himself a bonus point for a lap lead. 18 staying out. Josh Fastenbender staying out. About everyone from P6 and up stays out on those older tires. I wouldn't say that season. That's nothing the 43 did wrong there. I think he just went to get on the brake to avoid the wreck. He might have gotten hit from behind. I don't know. We can go ahead and take another look at that real quick, actually, while these guys are getting ready to go to pit lane before they get the green here. Gotta find it. Here, let's go back to see what happened with Peyton. The wreck happens in front of Peyton here. Yeah, Peyton just went to go get the brake to avoid the wreck, and with this track here and how these cars handle, you got to have your brake bias set up like at the end of the corners, right? So when you slam on the brakes here, you're going to go for a ride. Now, nothing the 43 did wrong there. Made it past the halfway point. Still got about 45 laps of racing to go. Probably only go green, be about 43 or so. As these guys should be getting the one to go here. I'm going to play the fifth. So Banksy and Martin leading us to green this time by. Go green with 43 to go. And there's still a lot of racing left. I'm surprised there's so much incidents going on when we still got 40 plus laps of racing to go. Pacer's going to pull off here. Banksy will lead us to green flag here on lap 58. Banks not getting a very good restart. There's an open door for Kyle Martin to get a really good clear exit here out of turn 2. Side by side they go. Behind them, Niddick and Stevens door to door. With Kyle Martin, you heard him say earlier, he's still trying to figure out this track. I think he might have it figured out here, running in that 5th place position. We got the fresh tires come behind him. Lance Hill, Fastenbender, Jonathan Nance all have fresh stickers, tires on their cars right now. 18 hard on the outside wall. Caution comes out, 11 into the wall. Not sure what caused the initial caution. We did see Fastenbender get involved in the incident there with the 8 of Jonathan Nance here. Jonathan Nance getting a little loose there, but that's not what brought out the caution. It was something behind these guys that brought it out. Let's rewind it, see if we can't see something in the rear chase camera maybe. There it is. It looks like that was a 93. Something happened somewhere around a 93. So many paint seems to look the same. Might be the 26. Yeah, it is the 26. Ooh, that was an ever so slightest touch there. Able to keep it going, but the big one happens in front of him. Wow, that was a really big one. We'll have to go back and watch that even more. The 4 spinning down, collecting a 44. Mccauley having a good race. Brandon Hughes involved in that one. 44. Max Latrice involved. So going back to 43, the one thing you guys got to remember is this is a progressional style league. So these ARCA races and these truck races are really races that we, as people in the league and admins of the league and team owners of the league, use to evaluate drivers, figure out who we're wanting to pull up. So if we're seeing someone that needs a little bit more time on track, you know, get used to racing in a league environment, we're going to leave them down to ARCA. We're not going to pull them up. So, I mean, give them some time. There have been people in this league, not going to say no names, that did need to run a couple more seasons ARCA to kind of get used to driving in a league environment. And as far as Peyton goes, I mean, he has improved a lot since the start of the season, and I feel give him the season 1 or 2 more seasons here in ARCA, and he'll really be good. It's just learning how to race in this league environment. It's different than officials. It's hard to explain. I race leagues differently than I race official racing. It's a whole different environment of racing. Kind of shocked it's 98. I don't know if he's gonna pit. They keep running down low. I don't know if they're trying to save fuel or what. Cool down their tires. But he keeps running low, going through 3 and 4. Like he's gonna pit, and then they stay out. For y'all tuning in, greatly appreciate it. I know Tabor does. This season has had a big turnout of not only drivers but viewers as well. So can't wait to see how the season grows. And make sure for those tuning in here for tonight's race and the truck races, also remember your favorite drivers might be getting called up to Xfinity, so you might need to tune into a different night of race. It'll be Monday nights at 9. Max, Latrice, and Fastenbender, they're getting close to that bubble. I mean, they're 15 and 17 points above the cut line going into tonight. But all it takes is for Joyner, Steven, or Peyton to have a really good race here tonight to possibly put them below the cut line after tonight's race. I think for the first time in a while we see the inside line beat the outside line out of turn 2. Kyle Martin overshoots that corner a little bit there. Runs up high, can open the door for Joshua Banks to get back in the lead. Banks your leader here on lap 65. Some more side-by-side action behind him. Jonathan Nance trying to get back up to the front, followed by Lance Hill. Jonathan Nance getting really loose off of turn 2 quite a few times there. As he's going to clear the 18 of Stevens. Oh, we got cars almost spinning out to the inside. It's going to be the 86 of Nick Joyner. Able to keep it going here, though. We got the 44, Jared Mccauley. Currently running in the top 20, trying to make his way back up to the front where he was running in. He's currently running in 13th position as Brandon Hughes gets into the outside wall going into one. Open door for Mccauley and possibly even 4J to get by here. We get back to the lead. Joshua Banks, I'm calling him Jonathan, still leading the way. And John Noddick has made his way around the number 96 for second place. Well, look like Lance Hill has made his way past the 95 and the 8 to put himself in the fourth place. And keep an eye on that 86, 80, and that 48. Those two do have history here. '98 all over that back bumper. 95 in the outside wall. Going to lose a ton of spots here going into turn 3. JP Snyder to the inside, puts a squeeze on him, tries to run him up the track a little bit there. 95 can get the advantage going down the front stretch, looking to the inside of the 96 of Chase Harden. Haven't called his name out in the top 10 yet, but here he is. Looks like they're almost 3 wide going into turn 3 there. Jared Mccauley making his way back into the top 10, battling it out with an 18 for the top 10. Ooh, with the 98, 96, he's in the wall a little bit there coming out of turn 2. This is just a wreck waiting to happen right here. Oh, no, it's happening right between the 44 and the 95. Oh, and the 78 gets turned by the 18. Caution's going to fly. 88 Corey Bradley involved. Go back and watch. Let's slow it down here a little bit. 44 drifts up. 78 comes back up to avoid him, and just the ever slightest contact between the 78 and 18. I mean, that's just a racing deal. You can't blame that on anyone there. It's just Rockingham, the tight racing it creates at this track. And here comes the 88 Corey Bradley. Nowhere to go. Just absolutely plows into the 18. Luckily, I don't believe anyone else involved in this wreck. 78 is backwards along the wall. Oh, there's a wreck in front of him. Look, they thought the 80 got spun right there. Not quite sure what happened there. I think the caution came out. The 80 checked up for the caution, and the 98 just kept going. That's interesting. John Knight's going to lose a ton of spots because of that. As a 44, Jared Mccauley opting to stay out here. Try to get some bonus points as well as Lance Hill and Nick Joyner. It's a late race pitch right playing in effect here. It's Nick Joyner knowing he needs a good finish here tonight below that cut line, and he's going to be starting in third. And if you're Max Matrice, Peyton Brady, I would get a little worried at this point. And another thing that could shake up the playoffs is if anyone below the cut line wins, except for Adam would have the points his way in. Nick, Steven, or Peyton wins, it's really going to shake it up because then it's going to move someone else below the cut line. And just a reminder, when we go racing next week at the Daytona Road Course, points will be reset to everyone having a points difference. So whoever is the points leader going into next week's race will have either 16 or 12 points. I don't know what team we're going to set it at, but it's going to minus 1 point for each position below them. So second place will be -1, third place -2, fourth place -3, all the way down to 12th place. So it looks like, can't quite tell who that was. Lance Hill. I thought that was Peyton up there, about to get his lap back. Peyton and Lance both running a Lowe's paint scheme, so throwing me off a little bit here tonight. If you like what you're seeing here tonight, definitely tune in tomorrow night for the Cup Series. I'm going live here tonight, as should be an interesting one, as a few Cup guys didn't show up that were in the playoffs. So I think everyone who showed up last week should automatically qualify into the round of 12, unless they can't make it, and then opens the door for someone else to possibly race their way in. But Easton Flanagan for sure is locked into the round of 12, getting that win last week at Auto Club. So it's going to be an interesting one. Mccauley and Hill will lead us to green flag here on lap with 25 to go. Lap 76. 24 to go now. Lance Hill getting a really good restart there. Nick Joyner kind of holding up the inside line there. 3 wide down the backstretch. No, 2 wide. 98 working his way around the 86 Nick Joyner. Chase Harden up into 5th place. '86 struggling right now, really making these guys work their way around him. A couple guys getting loose off the corner. One guy in the wall. I heard a car spinning out. Not seeing anything on SEK saying there was a guy that spun out. We'll keep it green. '98 in the wall a little bit there. Kind of pushing the wall by Chase Harding going into turn 3. Hill, Banks, Mccauley, top 3. Followed by Jonathan Nance and Chase Harding are around at your top 5. 78 to 4J getting loose there coming off of turn 3. Or turn 4. But Hill has a new car all over his rearview mirror. That is a 36 of Joshua Banks coming to the start-finish line here. 20 to go this time by. Banks didn't have quite the finish he wanted. Yellow flag is out. Nick Joyner involved. Oh, I think Nick Joyner slid up more. Oh! Hard hit there from the 93. Oh, then the 80 of Nodic, nowhere to go. And his bumper's magically fixed. Okay. So it definitely looks like the 86 checked up more than the 78 was planning on. We'll go cockpit view here with the 78. Oh, that's the 86. Hold on a second. I think the 86 checked more than Alex Forjay was expecting. Alex Forjay not the type to make mistakes like that. Pit road is open. We have some takers, and Jonathan Nance opting to stay out, and he's going to assume second place right outside of Joshua Banks. And we're in for a show. These guys have put on a show week in and week out. I think when we talk championship four, the two guys we are for sure expecting to be in that race for the championship are these two drivers in 1-2 right now. Max Trees getting back on the lead lap. So we'll go back green flag racing with about 16 to go. Kind of surprised we didn't have more takers on pit lane here, but it's what you get when you go playoff racing. Strategies are completely off the books, basically. You're going to have different strategies all throughout the field. The only time you'll see the same strategies when we have a long green flag run. Everyone's going to come to pit lane for some fresh tires. But when we have these caution, these 5-10 lap green flag runs, you're going to see different strategies play out. That's what we're seeing right here with the 36 and 8 choosing to stay out and Lance Hill coming to pit lane. And Lance Hill was running in the top 3 when that caution came out. Actually, he was leading the race, and he's going to be starting all the way back in 15th place. So we'll be going green flag racing with 15 to go. Should have 21 on the lead lap. Max Patrice should be pulling out of pit lane here pretty soon. Trying to get as much damage as he can. As you see that right front cage is pretty good in front of that tire there. But I will say this: I'm not a psychic. I can't predict the future. But Adam Leideke out. 7 laps down, 16 to go. Last place in playoff standings. He's out. He will not be advancing. Peyton Harden, 2 laps down, below the cut line. Hate to say it, Peyton, but you might be out. Nick Joyner, below the cut line, running in 22nd, a lap down. It's gonna be he might be out.
Green.
Only one below cut line still out there on the lead lap with decent running position is his 26 and Steven Maddox who go back green flag racing. As it is go time, these drivers realize that 15 to go. Playoff hopes are on the line. 4 drivers will be eliminated in 15 laps here. We already kind of know 3 of them. We will be the 4th and final driver out of the playoffs going into next week. 8 gets a little sideways going into turn 1. Joshua Banks able to clear him a corner exit. Banks, Nance, Martin, top 3. Martin diving to the inside of the 8 here. Can't quite get there. Trying to get the runoff. Can't do it. Watch out for the 84 of Bo Dinger. Caution is out. Looks like some more playoff drivers having issues. Let's be an 88 of Corey Bradley here. Oh. Tough break for Bradley. Oh, more people involved. We got Peyton Harder we saw come flying across the screen there. And it was. Whoops. Peyton Harder involved in that wreck, and meatball flag for him. I think his playoff hopes are done. The one guy that really lucked out here with that caution is this 86 machine of Nick Joyner. He should be your lucky dog right here. And I can put him back on the lead lap, so his playoff hopes aren't quite over yet. I'll tell you what, with Steven Madden in this 26 machine, running in the top 5 here, or top 10, in 6th place. That's going to shake things up as David Harden, who was running 12th, 2 points above the cut line, running 17th. He's on the bubble to be moved out of the playoffs. Corey Bradley, they're having issues at caution. He's still on pit lane. He's going to pull out. He's going to stay on the lead lap here. So his playoff hopes are still alive. All Corey Bradley got to do, really, is make sure he stays. Oh, Corey Bradley might be good. Corey Bradley's 9 points above the cut line. So, and 7 points above David. So as long as he doesn't finish 7 positions less than David, he's in. Be a tight one to figure out the 4 are going to be out of the playoffs after tonight. So we're going to go green. With hopefully 9 to go here. Hopefully have a good 9-lap shootout. And I don't think we're done with caution yet. Playoffs are on the line. Steven Madden knowing he needs a good finishing position here to advance. We might be seeing him race a little bit hard here tonight. Corey Bradley cutting it close to not making it. Nick Joyner below the cut line. Both those guys on the lead lap. They're needing to get a finish here tonight. And they got David Harden just 2 points above the cut line. Currently running in 17th. He's going to need a good finish here tonight. I don't know the end. First time I broadcast a race from, I was wondering the same thing. Like, is that your birth name? Get ready to go back. Green flag racing with 9 to go here. When they take that green flag, Banks Nance will lead us to hopefully the last green flag run here with 9 to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Paystar pulls off. Green flag is out. Nance spinning the tires a little bit there. Going to allow Banks to get the advantage going into turn 1. To open the door for Kyle Martin to try to sneak by here.
The yellow flag is out.
And yellow flag is out yet again. Huh. Not sure what happened with that yellow flag. Oh, here it is right here. Jared Mccauley trying to put it 3 wide going into turn 1 on that restart. There's nowhere for him to go. 11 comes down on him. Gonna spin around, but keeps it going straight. No damage to that 11 machine. That's gonna bring out our 12th caution of the day. My bad. 10th. 10th. I thought we were on 11 last time. 10th caution of the day. I think the one guy probably loving these cautions right now is this 26 machine of Steven Madden. He's like, hey, the less green flags you run, the less chance I have to get involved in an incident, the less positions I can possibly lose. Steven knowing he needs a good finish here tonight, currently running in that 7th position. Fastenbender, he is on pit lane, but he was sitting pretty good going into the night. 4th place, 17 points above the cut line. So Fastenbender really don't have too much to worry about here. We're going to go green with about 4 to go. He's going to have to claw his way past the 36 machine to make it, dude. Banks has been really dominating driver this season, has the most wins on the season. I believe he was a points leader going into the playoffs, too. You at the bottom of the leaderboard, Lighty Key, 7 left down, Peyton Hart out there. Mathematically impossible for them to advance. They were below the cut line, so we are just down to 2 drivers left that will be cut.
Green.
The green flag is out. Back green flag racing here. 4 to go at Rockingham. Jonathan Nance sitting even there with Joshua Banks. 39 of O'Connor getting loose in corner exit. He's been keeping down low. No caution. We stay green. In the meantime, Nance able to make his way around that 36 machine. 3 to go. Your leader's the 8 machine of Jonathan Nance. At the Alex 4J trying to sneak himself into the top 5. Has not been running there all tonight. And here he is with 3 to go in 4th place. Batting out with Bo Dinger for that 4th position. And keep your eye on this 26 machine, Steven Madden. Currently running in 7th place, but he's got Lance Hill right on his back bumper. 2 to go this time by. Nance still leading the way. 48, Lance Hill getting loose, and he's going to lose it. Caution's going to come out. We're going to have a green light checker finish here tonight. I think he just got loose all by himself coming off of 4. 2, I mean. Oh, 18 barely getting by, 32 getting by, 44 getting by. Limited contact there. Couldn't quite tell who that was. It says we had another issue out on track after caution came out. Oh, we did. Chase Harden goes into the wall. Gets spun by... Oh, and Fastenbetter involved in that as well. Can't quite tell who spun Chase out there. I think that was the 80 of Nidic. Oh, that was a Chase Harden come back up on track, and Nidic had nowhere to go. Yeah, I saw the 32 barely get through that. Well, this is what we're looking at right now. Nance does not need to win. He's in. Mccauley, in that 44, does not need to win. He is in. 4J is already in. Fastenbender, there's no way he's not making it. He's in. Hughes. Pretty sure Hughes would be in running 10th spot. Really, it's going to come down to Madden, Joyner, Harden, David Harden, and Corey Bradley. I mean, Kevin Jordan is there, but he's been running good all race. He's also 10 points above the cut line. So it's going to be Bradley, Harden, Joyner, and Madden. It'll be the four battling it out for only 2 spots here. And as of right now, this is just based off quick numbers. Madden would be in. And I think Bradley would be in. So if they're going to finish the race right now, I'm almost positive Steven Madden and Corey Bradley would be the other 2 drivers making it into the playoffs. Or into the round 12. It all comes down to this. 2 laps to go when we go green flag racing. Our first attempt of a green-white checkered. All that 8 wants to see is a good restart here and not white flag. Here we go. It comes down to this here tonight. Who advances and who gets cut? Who wins the race? That's the other question, too.
Green, green, green.
Nance. Oh, a little bit tight in there from Nance. Able to keep it going. Banks is going to pull out in the lead. Lance is going to lose 1, 2, possibly 3 spots here. Johnson is able to keep it going, but Joshua Banks in the meantime sneaks into the lead here with Alex 4J right behind the second spot. Haven't seen him all night long in the top 3. 1 to go here. Banks and 4J, turn 1. 4J had the slower roll through. Will he get the runoff down the hill going into turn 3? Contact behind him. Steven Madden involved in that. He keeps it going, though. No, he doesn't. He spins out. Oh, tough break for Steven Madden. In the meantime, Banks will win the race. Steven Madden trying to get it going again here. Tough break for that 26 machine that may have just eliminated him from the playoffs. He will cross the line in 19th place. Oh, if I am Steven, I am not happy right now. In the meantime, before he goes and celebrates, let's go back and watch this all happen in the backstretch with these guys. Little contact between Madden and the 93. 93 spins, puts Steven into the wall. At this point, Steven was still able to get a good position here and then just spins out in 3 and 4. Luckily for Mccauley, he kind of locked in going into tonight. Well, we're going to go back and watch it right here. As this right here is a move of the race which secured Joshua Banks to win yet another race here in the Arca Series for Mdot. Great restart there. Nance spins the tire a little bit, and after this, it was just nothing but open track in front of him. We're going to calculate this real quick before we pull these guys in. But Banks, of course, advancing. 4J's already been advanced. Nance advances. Snyder advances. Hughes advances. Kevin does advance. Corey advances. Ooh. So, Nick Joyner and David Harden, there was only a 2-point gap between the two. And Nick Joyner finished 2 spots ahead of David. I don't see anyone getting bonus points. There might be a tie for the final transfer spot. Yeah, I think there's going to be a tie for the final transfer spot. So usually what we do in MDOT, if there's a tie for a transfer spot, instead of a round of 12, we're still going to call it the round total. There's going to be 13 drivers eligible to make it to the round of 8. So instead of cutting 4 drivers after Bristol, we're going to cut 5. That's such a tough break for Steven. Wow. Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and pull up this Ada Jonathan Nansen. Let's go ahead and talk to him. What's going on, Jonathan?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Hey, man. Wild race there, dude. It seemed like that was your race to lose there, and I think you kind of...
And I lost it.
you kind of choked it there at the end. Tire spin got you, dude. What happened on that final restart? You had been so good on restarts all night long, and that final one just seems like you gave it a little bit too much gas on that restart.
I did. I probably should have started in second and had the 98 behind me kind of bumping me, so that definitely didn't help things. But I'm pretty happy with how we ended up. You know, these green-white checkers have helped me, and they've cost me, so I can't really complain too much.
No, I think the one person not happy, your mom was saying on stream that if you don't win, you ain't getting no Christmas presents this year, so you can kind of count this out since you didn't give her Mother's Day present.
The boys in the Discord was telling me, said, your mom said you better win this for Mother's Day. I guess I better step the game up before Sunday.
But man, what a race that was. I know we had a little more caution what we wanted, but to be honest, you guys started the race out really well. I think we had maybe 4 or 5 cautions in the first half of the race. Really good start to the race. I think playoff implications really affected the ending of this race. A lot of drivers close to the cut line, knowing they needed a good finish, and just started pushing cars a little too hard. Sometimes those non-playoff drivers get involved, and it's just Rockingham. It's a difficult track to drive.
Yeah, it's very technical. You got to be smooth all the time. You can't overthink. You can't overdrive. And, if you're in that scenario, that will cause a lot of the wrecks that we've been seeing.
All right, man. Well, congrats on that third place finish. I know you're up there battling. I think you're battling with everyone. You were up there battling with the 98 4-bit, the 48 4-bit, the 36. Man, I know you wanted that win, but, you finished third. You're going to the next round. And from what I can recall, you like road courses, so...
No, I don't.
Oh.
No, I'm no good. If I can finish in the top 20, I'll be happy.
So you're saying if 20 drivers show up, as long as you finish last, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to have to bank on Bristol to get into the next round for sure.
I wouldn't say that. Anything happen at road courses, but man, once again, congrats on that almost a second. Third place finish here tonight, and I look forward to y'all racing next week at road course.
Appreciate it, man. I just want to give a shout out to my mom, of course. Happy Mother's Day coming up. My dad, my brothers, just my entire family, my nephews. And I got to say their names, Connor, Jake, Luke, and Addison, or they won't be happy. Shout out to them. And Lincoln, I love them all to death. Shout out to my wife.
All right, man. If you go back and watch the broadcast, I did a little something special for your playoff drivers, and I'm going to keep you going throughout the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely watch it after this. Appreciate it, man.
No problem. All right, let's go ahead and bring up Alex 4J. What is going on, Alex?
Hello.
Man, where the hell did you find your speed at? I don't recall calling you out in the top 5 all race long. Here we are, green, white, checker. Actually, no, second to last caution. Here you are in 5th place, dude. Where did you find that speed at? Or did you just get lucky and avoid the wrecks?
Well, no and no. I didn't get lucky at all tonight. That was something. Every yellow, I just had to go pits because I had some damage to repair. And so every caution, I was in top 15, top 10. Then I go back to the top 20. I go back through the field. I go pit again. That's why you never saw me in top 5 or something like that. But at the end, I just sent it. If I get damaged, just too bad. I just really wanted to apologize to the 86 on lap 81, I think. He was slow in the center, and I didn't expect it at all. So we made contact. I wrecked him. That was entirely my fault.
But man, I know you didn't need a win here tonight since you won last week. But I know a win would have felt nice. Getting 2 in a row going into the round of 12. Crazy race here tonight. More cautions of what we wanted to see.
Especially with that track that I bought last week.
Well, hopefully my advice kind of helped out a little bit there. But great race, dude. You came in tonight, locked into the round 12. Still came out tonight, showed up, got second, got that momentum going into the next round, and probably the rest of the playoffs. So it was great to start the playoffs with a first and second place finish. So good luck the rest of the playoffs. We go road course and a short track race in the next round, and hopefully see you back up here in the podium finishers.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need some practice for Daytona road course. Road course are not my specialty at all. Yeah.
All right,
Anything
man.
happens, I think I can put my hopes on Bristol.
I think Nan said the same thing. So next round should be interesting.
Oh. All right, that's cool.
All right, man. Once again, good job.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, next let's go ahead and pull up our race winner, Banksy, the iRacer, man. You just cannot stay out of victory lane this season, dude. You weren't even the fastest one out there on track. You just kind of snuck up there in the later stages of the race. talk us through that. I know you came in here not sitting quite in points where you wanted to. I know you had technical difficulties at the end of last race. So you didn't need a win tonight, but you're like, I need to redeem last week.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I was a little worried. I'm not going to lie, because I thought, man, I was looking at the lap times. It's like, man, how are these guys running these laps? Because I'm sitting here with the 3s. They're running 2s and 1s. And I'm like, what the crap, man? So beginning of the race, I was just like, we're just going to ride it out and hopefully figure it out. And I swear we've got it somewhat. I'm not saying we're to the point, but somewhat figured out, obviously near the end. And that's what helped. Now, I will say this. I feel like I kind of stole it because of that last caution. If that didn't come out, Nance would have been in victory lane, and I wouldn't be talking to you as the winner. So that's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the top 3 at finish tonight. You, 4J, Nance. I mean, that's been the top 3 all season. I mean, when we talk championship 4, I can't see that championship race not having you 3 in it for that championship. And I think there's going to be a good battle for the 4th and final spot, but I don't see you 3 not advancing to the championship 4. So for y'all to finish 1, 2, 3 was pretty cool. I know you had a really good battle with Nance. I didn't see you around 4J too much. 4J was towards the back of the pack. But I mean, anytime you put you 3 on the track, it just creates some outstanding racing.
Oh, dude, I'm glad we could put on a show. It's definitely fun. Nance and I have a fun time running around each other, and 4J too. So we're having fun this season, and this championship, like you said, it's going to be a nail biter to the finish, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is, because I know I mentioned you 3, but then you got Kevin Jordan. He's had some good races. I don't know where Jared Mccauley found speed lately, but he's been running good lately. So it's gonna be a really good round of 8. Like I said, I don't see you 3 not making it to the round of 8. I mean, one of y'all had to have like horrible race at Daytona or Bristol not to make it. But what?
It's gonna have to be like last week where the computer just crashes for me.
But man, why I got you in here? I haven't had you in here yet. If you want to give some shout out to your YouTube channel and just kind of talk to us, what in the hell do you post to your YouTube channel? Because I am so lost on what it is.
Well, since you asked, we got the iRacing content as the basis, but we go into what I call ultimate career mode, where we go and make it literally a series where we go in the garage in Car Mechanic Simulator, build our car, haul it on American Truck Simulator to the track, and then we go race it on track at iRacing. So,
dude, that is awesome.
Oh, dude, it's been a hit, and if you haven't checked it out, viewers and yourself, please go check it out, Banksy the iRacer. It is a really good series I enjoy doing, and that along with some little iRacing races and some streams like I'm doing right now. So it'd be great for you everybody to check it out, because it'd be greatly appreciated.
All right, man. Well, once again, congrats on that win. And if you want to wait and podium finisher for a bit, I got to talk to you about something real quick. But we'll go ahead and probably, I can't remember if you're good at road course. It's been so long since you've been on a road course in Arca. I think you were good at road courses.
The last time we raced was the Charlotte Roval, and that ended up pretty good. We were racing with, I believe, Chase, and he ended out with the win, but we had some shifter issues that time. But Daytona road course, that one's going to be interesting. I'm not the greatest there, but
they all say that. You guys all say that, and I swear to God, if y'all finish 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna start talking some crap to you guys. I thought you guys were bad at this stuff. Y'all say that. Y'all always say, "Oh, I don't know about Daytona road course," and y'all end up going 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, y'all just said you guys suck at it. What the hell?
Right, I hear you. Well, we'll see. I'm going to be using paddle shifters that race. And no more H-patter on the road course. I ain't risking it for the championship, so we'll just go from there.
Once again, congrats on that win. And you didn't need it, but you got it to lock yourself in. And I think, if anything, it might bump you up a little bit more starting position in the playoffs, I guess you can call it. I don't know how you want to word that. But if anything, it'll bump you up a couple spots going into the round of 12, so you don't have to. I mean, because every point matters. You know, let's say you start off in 4th place, you should have started off 5th place in the playoffs, and you made it by 1 point. So every point matters, and it's gonna be interesting to see if it comes down to 1 point for you 3.
Yeah, it's huge. Any point that you can get counts. So we try to get what we can. I'll try to win every race because of that fact right there. You just don't know how points are going to add up throughout the season. So trying to go for wins every race helps.
All right, once again, congratulations.
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right, that will definitely conclude here tonight's race. As I mentioned before, do not forget, we do have one more race this week for the round of 16. That is our Cup Series. It'll be live here at Rockingham for 150 laps of racing, I believe. Might be a little bit more. And then next week, we go to playoff racing all across the board. Xfinity and Arca and Cup, they move to the round of 12 at Daytona Road Course for their first race of 2 races to figure out who advances to the round of 8. And then trucks will start their playoffs and a really fast elimination style playoff bracket. They will have 1 race round starting next week at the Charlotte Roval. I'm almost positive, I will reassure with Derek on Tuesday night's race, if you win a race in the playoffs, and you are in the playoffs when you win the race, you were qualified for the championship race. That's how we've done it in the past. It might be different. I know Shimmer likes doing some stuff that's a little bit different. But we shall see. Thank you all for tuning in.